You have reasonable suspicion because of her eyesight of the story. You went in.
I'm not gonna. Okay.
You don't have to.
I'm gonna
you can
give
get a
orders
lieutenant
now.
out here.
You're gonna listen. That's how this is gonna go.
You can get a lieutenant
I
out
need
here.
DLs from all
You
three
can
of
get a
you.
lieutenant out here.
Okay. I'm telling you right now. Give me your DL, or you will be placed under arrest.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Mississippi, come on to the front. Yes, you're on the docket again. Sip and silo. Sip, silo, sip and silo. Let's talk about it. Ladies went there, looked like me. They was waiting on their party. They was gonna have a total party of 10, a party of 10. Sip and silo, stay with me. Right here. And those ladies was refused service, allegedly, I'ma say, because of what they look like. The owner name, Kevin Patel. Let me take my mother off for you. So they call the po-po, the po-po. The po they are, the least I must hear. But this police officer was out of line. Sip and silo, you gonna be shut down like right today. Not tomorrow, today. See, those ladies wasn't disrespectful. They didn't make a reservation. So when they walked in, the place was so clear, it can echo. And for the owner to say they didn't have no seats, you know what that mean. Sip and silo, you get a F. And that's on my mama. And the police officer started at one establishment and got fired. And now they hired him on with something else. You know, it's just a good old boy. He 30-some years old, got a lot to prove, right? And he went back to South Haven. Why did they hire him back? Why he got to keep going from precinct to precinct? I'ma say allegedly. Sip and silo, I gave you a grade, and let me give it to you again. You get a F. And that police officer, I'm just saying, they say the police officer has some stalking issues. They was stalking his ex. They wouldn't go on and on about him. But why did they hire him back? Why he still need to wear that badge? We got some great officers. We got some officers. We just want the ones that gonna do what's right. But Sip and Silo, you would never ever see anybody in that place that look like me. You're closed. You're kapush. You're done. Don't look. It's gonna continue to be empty. We shall keep you close. We shall keep you close today. Sip and Silo.
Hello guys, it's yet a wonderful session engaging with you here. For those who are new here and you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting the subscribe icon below for more topics like the one discussing here right now. A hotel in Mississippi is going viral for this one big mistake they did, as we have seen from the first video we have just watched. This racist white restaurant, Sip and Silo, is facing criticism from black Americans as why did these black customers denied services. Watch this short coverage till the end so that we can be on the same page, and when black Americans boycott something, it will surely come to pass, it will surely come to light, and you will get to regret not serving these black women customers. Share your response on the comment section below. Don't forget also to tell your fellow family and friends what happened and what transpired in Sip and Silo as we are going to watch in this video. Watch this short coverage, and at the end I'll have more strong commentary on this episode. Let's watch.
Woo, baby, I'm sure we have all seen between TikTok and Facebook the situation that went on up at the Silo Square yesterday at Sip and Silo when the 10 beautiful women went in for their reservations that they had made the day before. Let me show you. Okay, so the backstory is that those 3 women right there, along with a group of 7 others, went to Sip and Silo. They had made reservations the day before for 10 of them for a 61-year-old's birthday. Those women all work or said that they worked for the Memphis Police Department. I think if I heard that correctly. Anyway, so they go into Sip and Silo, and from what I'm gathering, they didn't have a table for them to be sat at. And then I read in the comments that allegedly Sip and Silo said that they don't have the ability to sit a table with that many people, but yet they have pictures on their Facebook page where they have like 20 people sat at a table. Anyway, I'm sure that the conversation was like, what do you mean? And it probably got heated. Look, I probably would have told them to kiss my food. Okay, I'm not saying that those beautiful dark-skinned women told them that, but I'm just saying I would have. So anyway, they asked them to leave and that they were calling the cops. So they leave. But they don't leave the area because they say in the video, if you haven't watched it, the ladies say they didn't want to leave because they knew the cops were coming and they didn't want to get down the road and get pulled over. So they decided to stay on the sidewalk and wait for the cops to get there. So then here comes this one, Officer Cornpuff, something like that. I can't remember his name. And he's like being really aggressive with one of the ladies. Well, all the ladies, but one in particular. And he's like, I need your ID. Like gets all up in her like, I need your ID or I'm going to handcuff you and take you to jail. And she's like, no crimes have been committed. Now, I don't know all the legalities of that, but I feel like if no crimes have been committed, why you got to give your ID? You ain't got to. I don't think I've watched enough of those auditors that go around causing ruckuses in courthouses and stuff to know you ain't got to give your ID if you don't want to. So anyway, Professor Cornpuff gets really angry and it just escalates from there. So I'm now going to list right here. That is a list of businesses and places to get coffee and whatnot on May Boulevard. That's the same boulevard that Sip and Silo's on that treated these ladies so terribly. Anyway, those businesses, they stand with abuse victims and not abusers. So while you're on the subject of talking about Silo Square, remember that those businesses, you are welcome there. All of you are welcome there. And so let Sip and Silo have it. Let Officer Cornpuff have it. But those other businesses, they're innocent here and they stand with victims and you. So keep that in mind.
Everybody's talking about Sip and Silo down there in Mississippi. Everybody's getting their rundown on what took place. He had some young ladies that went there. They were waiting on a few other people to come. It's going to be a total party of 10. They were refused service because of what they look like. And just so everybody will know, Kevin Patel, he is the owner of Sip and Silo. He's owned that business for around 2 years. Now, according to one of the young ladies that was there, she said that they waited for the police so they could share the events of what happened, what took place. And instead, they got exactly what the owner, Kevin Patel, wanted to happen. He wanted fear and intimidation, and he got it from this one Ryan Caron. There was no crime committed. They didn't disrespect or they didn't cuss out any staff. Kevin Patel was the one that was hostile. He was the one that was rude from the moment that they arrived. She also said they didn't make any reservations the night or day before. They were walk-ins. They only wanted clarifying questions about the seating because it was half empty. And for Kevin Patel to say that there was no room, did you not say in one of your interviews that you did when they interviewed you about your new business that you can seat 49 people and said you have a space for 35 to 40 people on the outside on the patio? Let alone your first reserved customers were not coming until 7 p.m. These ladies got there at 4 p.m. Now I want to talk about old Ryan here because Ryan, he started out at South Haven Police Department. He left there, went to Olive Branch, worked there for a little bit, and then went back to South Haven. That's why you see him there now. But why did he leave Olive Branch? You see, old Ryan here has some issues, some stalking issues. He was stalking his ex, the same ex where she has a mixed child. Her child is Native American and white. He told his ex that he wanted her to get rid of that child. He didn't want her around. Get rid of her. He said, I want you to have a baby by me so it can be pure. Yep. He also had issues where he was profiling people that look like us. And from what I found out also, he's doing it today in South Haven. That's why you see that cocky attitude up there with those beautiful black women. But yeah, it's time to go deeper into why he was fired from Olive Branch for stalking and all the other illegal stuff that he was doing. Why is that not in his record, or at least not released to the public? South Haven, look like you guys got an issue. I think every case that he's ever been on needs to be reinvestigated. There's some other things, but we'll talk about them later.
Hey, what are y'all doing? I just got a call about our South Haven Silo Square infamous Tweedledip. You know, that one that was real loud and then has small man syndrome, but he's got a big attitude? That one? I have it on good authority to let y'all know he will no longer be gracing Silo Square with his undeniably recognizable aggressive presence. I was also told that he allegedly is no longer with any police department in DeSoto County and that he will be undergoing a mental evaluation. And no matter what his mental evaluation says, that man better never have a badge and a gun ever again. I mean, truly, at this point, I would not even put his ass on a desk because that man ain't it. Now, I do know that they will have another officer patrolling that area because let me tell y'all, they want those folks to go around that roundabout. They do not want them cutting corners. So keep that in your mind also. But I guarantee you, whatever officer they put out there is going to handle every situation very differently than old Tweedledip. Okay?
There's a big fact that you people need to understand. Mississippi is a place heavily infested with black population. And when you try to intimidate black people, when you try to attack black Americans in such a manner like the one discussing here today, your business will fall. Let me tell you this. White people come into black neighborhoods, they establish property, they establish businesses, and once the business starts to thrive, they get the black dollars, they try and isolate black Americans, black immigrants, and black people, not giving them the services they duly deserve. What wrong did these 3 black women did? Sources are saying that they had a group meeting of around 10 black women, but it is not something new, it is something that black Americans have faced for the longest time possible. Getting racially profiled, and racism in America is taught, it is not something that one is born with. The owner of this restaurant, the founder, Kevin Patel, he has been in this business for 2 years in Mississippi, and it is such a shame that he continues to racially profile black Americans, black people, black immigrants. This is truly unacceptable, and black Americans are calling for the boycott of SIP and Silo, and it will surely come to pass. When black Americans unite and go against you, you will feel the pain. You will come online and beg for their forgiveness. As on the next episode, I give you a glimpse of how SIP and Silo is apologizing. They are giving a public statement for harassing these black women. If this case had involved white Americans, white people, the white officer would have handled this case in a more respectful manner, but because it is black people involved in this situation, you could get to see how they were handled. The rude police officer was asking for their identification. What wrong did these 3 black women do to deserve such kind of brutal treatment? On the next episode, I'll continue championing for the rights of black Americans. Let your family and friends know that black people, black immigrants, black Americans are boycotting SIP and Silo, and they are not getting the black dollars. Black people are uniting. They want to support only black-owned businesses in Mississippi. And if you are a resident in Mississippi and you're black, what do you have to say about this episode? Will you continue dining in SIP and Silo, or will you tell your fellow family and friends not to dine in this racist white restaurant? Thank you for watching, and thank you for staying with me. And always remember, follow for more facts, and I'll keep you more posted and updated on what black Americans continue to face in their day-to-day activities. And it is such a shame that the system will always be against them, the police department, the white restaurants, and we need to talk about this issue because racism in America will not end anytime soon as long as Donald J. Trump is in power. Thank you for watching, family, and goodbye.